Another day, another track video. My name's SKR Studios, and today we're going over track 11s. It's the end of one album, it's kind of nearing out the end of the other albums, but here we are, we're towards the end, the bottom quarter of these albums. And today, I'm not alone. I actually got Ben here with me again. So Ben, say hi.
Hello everyone, my name is Benjamin, also known as Bennion, and welcome to the second collab. I'm so stoked for this video. I'm gonna give my inputs on all the songs after Randy has, and we're going to be talking about some really good songs today. So yeah, let's begin.
From Self-Titled, you got A Car, A Torch, A Death. This is one on Self-Titled that has grown on me over time. I think that the songwriting is incredible, and it has the same sort of storytelling that was present with The Pantaloon, March to the Sea, Johnny Boy, Oh Misbeliever, Aircatcher, all these songs. They're storytelling type songs, and it's a great slow piano ballad with the sort of background bell production feel to it that's also been present on the album so far. It's a great fourth to last track because it brings back so much from the album while also giving this gut-wrenching emotional story. And you know, emotional album endings are a strong suit for Tyler. With Isle of Flightless Birds kind of being more upbeat of a closer, tracks 11 through 13 on Self-Titled feel like a good somber build-up to that sort of more explosive, upbeat finale of Isle of Flightless Birds.
A Car, A Torch, A Death. This song legit screams Self-Titled. I feel like 21 Pilots are just so good with their albums and really making them have a certain feel to them. So if you listen to one song from the album, you know the song is from that specific album. This song may start a little slow, but the build-up is fantastic. The bridge where he goes, and then I felt chills in my bones. Like, that whole build-up is my second favorite part of the song, right behind that one lyric. I began to understand why God died. This one lyric is so strong, and it is one of my favorite things Tyler has ever sung. I'm not gonna go into depth of what it means, you can just look it up on Genius, but man, it's so good. It's also nice to have kind of a slow song like this right after Aircatcher and Trapdoor, which are both pretty loud songs, especially Aircatcher with that jump scare at the start. Also, I've heard a lot about the title foreshadowing everything in the Dima storyline, you know, with the car in Blurryface, a torch in Trench as the torchbearer, and the death of like Keons or something in Skilled and Icy. But there's just no way Tyler had all the story planned that far ahead, so no.
Ruby is really great until the end explodes into the loud synths that go on for way too long. Sure, Tyler sounds a bit pretentious and the vocals mostly suck, but this is a song about a girl from Tyler's church who has Down syndrome. It's a sentimental song that celebrates her, which is very cool, and that's why I don't hate this song too much. It's one of the ones from Regional at Best that's more tolerable, but that final third, it just becomes unlistenable, and I don't know, the production is awful.
Ruby, my favorite part of these videos, is talking about Regional at Best. Yeah, I don't really like this song. If you've ever heard me talk about Regional at Best, you know I'm not the biggest fan. His singing is annoying, the synths are way too much, the scream at the end is so butt cheeks, and the song is just not good, like at all. That's kind of a reoccurring theme in Regional at Best though, so I guess it's fine.
Trees. What is there to say about Trees that hasn't been said already? It's arguably the most iconic 21 Pilots song. It was on No Fun Intended, Regional at Best, and Vessel. It is the final track of every set list ever, and there are videos of Tyler and Josh giving it their all, even when they first started playing Trees back in 2011. Tyler wrote this song when he was 17, and the lyrics still hit hard to this day. They age better than most of the stuff from Self-Titled and Regional at Best, and the feeling of just wanting to go out into the world and say hello, wishing someone would say hello back, even though that you know you're alone, Like, it doesn't matter that you're alone. You got this. This song is just a push forward, keep moving along in life type of song that gives me hope. And it's also my mom's favorite 21 Pilots song, so that boosts it up my list as well.
Trees. I love the lyricism of this song. There are just so many ways you can interpret these lyrics, and it just goes to show how good Tyler is with his writing. The song feels like the ending to Vessel. I mean, obviously, the true ending is Truce, but this one just feels like the final real song from the album. Not that Truce isn't a real song, I love Truce a lot, but yeah. It's also the closing track to a lot of the shows. The drums in this song is fucking crazy, by the way. It just went absolutely insane in some places, but to be fair, just Josh always goes crazy in the drums, so what did you expect? Great song on a really great album and a really good position on the track list.
Message Man is my personal favorite song from Blurryface, and while it suffers from a lot of Blurryface lowlights like pretentious lyrics, different producers on each track, mainstream sound to get on the radio, and cringe lyrics, it just sounds so cool. Like, I like the message of Message Man, pun intended, where Tyler is saying, use my music to help you, not to hurt yourself, but the sound is so cool. Like, the rap flow is the best from Blurryface and is the main reason why this is my favorite Blurryface track. It's the main reason I come back to this song. I love that they played Message Man on the Icy tour. The Yeah Yeah Yeahs from We Don't Believe What's on TV are also in this one, and it flows into a slower vibe at the end that flows well into Hometown. And Message Man, while I feel like track 11 isn't the greatest placement for it, it's a nice sort of final, just loud, expansive song that is a final hurrah before you get to the end of Blurryface.
Message Man. God, the rap in this is so cool. It makes me feel like a fucking cartoon villain when I rap it. It can be a bit corny sometimes, like these lyrics aren't for everyone, only few understand. Oh my god. But I feel like it's justifiable with the context of the song. Honestly, I really like this Blurryface song a lot, and I don't think it's that overproduced like many of the other tracks are, so that's a huge point for Message Man, I guess. And it also really just feels like a Blurryface song with more of this darker tone. It's kind of nice to have this song right after We Don't Believe What's on TV, because that's a more slow song that's more of a slow song, and it can also sometimes be a bit boring in my opinion. And this song just really brings back the fast-paced vibe of Blurryface like we get in Heavy Dirty Soul and Lane Boy, for example.
Bandito is a 5.5 minute long song that feels a bit lackluster until you really get the layering to it. The song is the title track from Trench. The Trench tour was the Bandito tour, the best tour of all time. Bandito has the same slow ballad vibe of Neon Gravestones, but it feels more cold, distant, and far away. It feels like you're going through Trench as a Bandito and perfectly conveys how you feel lost in Trench and isolated. The lyrics are incredibly well written, like begin with bullet, then add fire to the proof. Like, that goes crazy. The song starts to build, and you think there's going to be this sort of car radio kind of build up with screaming and dance beats, but you get a mellower, darker, more mature version of that. And honestly, I prefer that sometimes. Bandito shows how far Tyler and Josh have come. It shows how mature Trench is compared to Blurryface and Vessel. It also flows really well out of Cut My Lips' slower tone and into Pet Cheetah being the faster final hurrah and big bang of the album before you get to Legend and Leave the City. And overall, Bandito is just one of those songs that I don't find myself going back to it very, very often because it is slow and it puts me in a certain type of mood, but it's one of the 21 Pilots songs that I appreciate the most.
Bandito, Trench, back again, and it certainly does not disappoint. This is actually my dad's favorite 21 Pilots song. I don't know, cool fun fact. But it's also one of my favorites. It's one of the longer songs, being 5 minutes and 30 seconds, which is the longest on the album. but it doesn't feel wrong. It may be repetitive sometimes, but it keeps building and building up to something, and when that drop at the end comes, holy shit, is it good. The part where Tyler breaks the fourth wall and talks about him creating this world to feel some kind of control, and that he could destroy it when he wants, is just so cool, and I went crazy when it came back in Overcompensate. I wish I had filmed my reaction or something like that. Also, this song has 99.4 million streams, so just get it up to 100 real quick.
Redecorate is Scaled and Icy's final track and my personal favorite 21 Pilots song of all time. Redecorate is obviously an amazing closer and the only way I feel like Scaled and Icy could have finished. Tracks 1 through 9 feel like Dima's version of Scaled and Icy, with Bounce Man being its final track, especially because that was present in the Psy live stream that they started with Good Day and ended with Bounce Man. But No Chances and Redecorate feel like 21 Pilots songs again. It's a lot like Neon Gravestones in a way, with the topic of suicide, the debate of whether you should clean your room before you commit suicide so your family doesn't have to make the decision of what to do with your things. I don't know if there's ever been a song written like this. Paul Meany is back with the production on this one, and you can tell because it feels like a trench song with some more bells and whistles slapped onto it. And it actually has the same BPM as Morph. There's some great mashups out there of that if you look them up, but he could have made it if he lived on a different street line. Relating back to how Mulberry Street is propaganda is just one of those things about Scaled and Icy that makes me love the concept so much. Scaled Back and Isolated is also mentioned in this song, like how in Leave the City the album name is said, and Scaled and Icy it is as well. Redecorate's final verse was also used in the Psy live stream as the end of Lame Boy, and it's the best version of Lame Boy that we've got.
Redecorate. Without a doubt, this is the best track 11. This is a masterpiece. Perfect lyrics talking about a really deep topic that hits hard every time you listen. Amazing storytelling with 3 verses that all connect to the same chorus and overall topic. Amazing flow over the hard-hitting beats. Really a standout in Scaled and Icy, and just a standout in the discography as a whole. This is the ending of the album, and it just fits so perfectly being the last track, where Tyler uses it as kind of a transition or a gateway into Clancy, like from Scaled and Icy into Clancy, where the song kind of sounds like a mixture of the two albums. It deserves way more love, and I don't get how people hate on this album when it got songs like this on it.
Oldies Station. I'll be honest, the first half of the song sound is not my favorite. It almost sounds like a distorted SpongeBob track. Once the beat kicks in, it's much better, and the songwriting in this one is incredible and boosts its enjoyment level up by so much for me. It feels sort of like a self-titled and regional at best / Vessel song done better. And what I mean by that is that it has a higher production quality version of what I feel like would be a self-titled sort of piano ballad sound with some bells and whistles on the background, and it has the classic ukulele too. With regional at best / Vessel sort of vibes, I mean the lyrics are like specifically written to be talking to the fans like it's a conversation. Tyler said in the Clancy live stream he felt like he needed to update us on how he was doing with the song. That is Oldies Station. It's also an anthem for pushing through hard times and embracing them. But I love Oldies Station, and I will not be talking about the controversy because it's stupid. That's just art, mo bro.
Oldies Station. This song is a grower. Pause. When I first heard it, I didn't really like it too much. I thought it was kind of boring and it didn't really speak to me, but this song just kept on growing on me every time I heard it. And when I first really went into the lyrics and I heard the part with "You're in the crowd at her first dance recital, push on through," it hit really deep. And the fact that you can hear him yell "row, row, row" in the background right after the lyrics is so cute. I really love this song, and I love that it's a song written by Tyler to the fans, and I appreciate the song so much for that. It has grown to be one of my favorites from the album, actually, and it also just fits perfectly being one of the last tracks on there.
But if we go to Spotify streams, Car Torture Death has 56 million streams. Trees has 156 million streams. Message Man has 202 million streams. Bandito has 99 million streams. It's so close to 100 million streams. Push it up! Push Bandito up, guys! Do it! Do it! Redecorate has 59 million streams, one of the most streamed from Scaled and Icy that wasn't a single or Mulberry Street. And Oldies Station has 19 million streams, almost at 20. It's one of the least streamed from the album, but it's not even in the bottom 4, I don't think. You already know how this goes. I put a poll in my community tab, what's the best track 11 out of these options, and here's what you guys voted. In first place, Redecorate wins with 33% of the votes. Second place, Bandito with 24%. Third place, Trees with 22%. Fourth, Oldie Station with 15%. And last place, A Car, A Torch, A Death with 6%. I didn't include the other two just because I feel like they're not as popular and people wouldn't vote for them. Thank you to Ben/Bennion for being here again with me to record another video. I'm so glad we were able to collab after all this time, twice in a row. Feels good, man. So go check him out, subscribe to his stuff.
Thank you so much for having me again. I love doing these collabs. It's really sick to be able to do it. If you haven't, you need to subscribe to Randy right now. I'm not even asking. He's just such a good creator. And also subscribe to me as well, because I also make videos sometimes, like once every 6 months. So yeah, go ahead and subscribe. Anyways, bye.
Thank you guys for being here. Thanks to Ben for being here. And I appreciate all of you. Happy Halloween. I'll see you next week.